Yo, so listen, I'm gonna come out and say it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got a confession. I purchased the PS5 Pro. I know. Listen, look, I'm not gonna go into it, but all I'm gonna say is that it was an opportunity to get it. I took the opportunity. Now what's happened is we have these Alan Wake 2 PS5 Pro comparison trailer, and it's kicked a hornet's nest because in it there are certain things that we were told we wouldn't have anymore. They were combining quality and fidelity together. It was going to be one option that games would be made with there'll be no choice between quality or fidelity. It'd just be one. So people are a bit upset that they feel like they've been misled a little bit by the trailer of the PS5 Pro. But I haven't seen this trailer for Alan Wake 2. So I want to see what the comparison is and what we're talking about here, because I was pleased with the way the PS5 Pro performed in the videos. But obviously you got to wait for proper hands-on, once I get it on November 7th in the UK, that is, we'll be doing an unboxing. I'm going to plug it in, give it a go, and playing a game on it, which takes full advantages of the Pro, and see what I think. So yeah, let's watch the trailer, see what's going on. Okay, so PS5 Pro quality mode, ray traced reflections. So ray traced reflections in full effect here in Alan Wake 2. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Water's always a big thing in games. Always find water to be quite a, it's one of those things. They did that comparison between when Grand Theft Auto had that remastering, and they're throwing grenades in the water and seeing how it reacts, I think it was, and then they're doing it, comparing it to Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that, and just the Red Dead Redemption 2 is like a gold standard, or it's a bearer of standard when it comes to kind of water effects and effects from a lot of things in game, and it really does push the boundaries there with Red Dead. But yeah, looks nice. It looks nice. I like it. Okay, so then now we have the PS5 quality mode. This is PS5 quality mode. So already you can see that a lot of the reflections are dissipated here. There's not much detail. They sort of skew off closer to the bottom of the screen. But again, it's like water. It's like how reflective is. I know it was reflective, but it's kind of weird how to say this. How reflective do you need it? How important is it to you? And does it just show that they're able to do this right now? They're able to do that within the PlayStation, within the console. They can do that. It's like a show and tell. This is what the PS5 does. PS5 Pro, does it this way, and there you go. So it's again, I think it's all kind of selective. It's like, do you have a standard you like it to meet? So again, this is quality mode for ray trace reflections. Again, I think the difference between the other one and this one is that it does look a bit more wavy, and it does look a lot clearer. And it's this is like the perfect shimmering water, Again, it's all based on perception and your feeling. Graphics have always been kind of not so important to me because I grew up with the PlayStation 1 and beyond. So for me, it was always about voice acting. I've always been a massive fan of voice acting and performance. That's always kind of captivated me, and story. Graphics have always been a secondary. I've never really, the story's got to get me, otherwise the graphics mean nothing. So, in a game like Alan Wake 2, the story would, clearly be the number one part, and then the graphics would be second. But just having that extra kind of touch on it, that extra beauty, does that add to the journey? Does it add to the experience? Is that and that's what you got to ask yourself. Did I buy the PS5 Pro because I wanted that extra touch, that extra thing? But I don't know. I just think it was because I did want a PS5 Pro. I had the PlayStation 5 since release date, and I wanted to get another PlayStation for so my partner can have my old one, I get a new one. The PS5 Pro was there, and that was my choice. I chose to get the PS5 Pro because it's the next console. Yeah, it's digital only, but I'll be honest, I buy a lot of my games digital. I'll be honest, I do. I buy a hell of a lot of my games digital. The only game I haven't bought digitally was Tekken 8, and maybe God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok. But a lot of the time, I do find myself playing digitally, and I've never thought I'd do that. I've always said I'm buying physical. But I do end up saying I want this game on release. What the hell? I'm willing to pay the price. I've got the game, and that's it. And yeah, I guess that's just me. But anyway, we're going off topic here. But yeah, again, it's like would it's all. I think again, it's all selective of your situation. To be honest. Okay, ray trace reflections here. Okay, it looks a lot murkier, looks a lot, it's, yeah, again, it's like you're lose. So if you go back, you're losing this here. Like if you go back to, so already like zero detail here. Obviously my camera's in the way. Zero detail around here is a bit off. There's this sort of like, this edge here. Again, it's detail. So as we go, again, that's all gone now. Details back here, details back in here. We've got some detail. Obviously, I don't know what resolution I've got this on. 1080p. Let's do 1440 if it loads. But yeah, so it's all about perception. How some people don't see it. Like some people don't see it. Like my partner doesn't see it. She doesn't see the differences. She wouldn't, she doesn't, But I think it's like why we buy TVs that have certain specifications for games, because we want it to look the best it can be for our price point we can afford. And I think that's just one of those things. And whether you are for or against getting a PS5 Pro because of the price tag and it offers nothing different, more power to you. The option was there for me. I took it, and there you go. That's my own. I'm not defending my choice, but I'm just kind of explaining the thought process that goes into this. Again, I have a PC. I can play games at a decent rate. I could have sunk more into my computer, but I just prefer my PlayStation. I always preferred consoles first, then PC second, purely because that's what I grew up on. If I grew up on PCs, from 1988 onwards, when I was, in the 90s, then hell yeah, I'd probably be PC first, console second, but it's just the way it is. So some of these things are important to people. So, this is PS5 quality mode, right? I didn't really... So for me, I guess, the biggest one is that then. The biggest one is this. I didn't really... So this doled out popcorn machine, completely doled out, all this doled out, no real, there's nothing going on here. In here, there's nothing going on. It's just noise. It's background noise for you to walk through. It's all background noise, and and then you go on, some lighting, some reflections, and then there's a reflection of your main character, bouncing off. It comes alive. So I can definitely see. Is that again? But then it's like it gives me another question. It's like, was this not possible on the PlayStation 5? Could this not be done? Could you not go back in and say, we're touching some things that we're patching? That's my question. I'd love to see if someone knows the answer to that. Is that the question? Could this be patched? Could this be looked at again on the PS5, not the PS5 Pro? Why is it possible now? Is it because of the ray tracing? Is it because of AI upscaling? Is it because of the new SSD or whatever it is they got in there? I'm not 100% on the specs, but I'm just throwing things out. But is it because of what's inside the PS5 Pro that makes this possible? Yeah. So yeah, if you're standing here just staring in, you might as well be a vampire, because obviously you're going to get some reflection from a big pane of glass like this in a shop which has lighting inside. You're going to get some bounce back. Like you're going to get some lighting, kind of like light hitting you behind. You're going to get some, reflections and that. I should just pay more attention at school when it comes to reflections. But you're going to get something. There's not going to be empty space. You're going to get something. But again, my question is, could this not be done? I mean, these light up, it's going to be over in it. So again, I thought this would be more. This open sign would be more like vibrant, be more pop more. But yeah, I mean, look, you got the street in the background, the houses, the floats. Looks like all of that. It brings the reflections alive. It brings them in and makes them part of the world. So I like it. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and if it's only achievable through the Pro, then fair enough. Okay, performance mode. 60 FPS performance mode with increased visual fidelity. Very nice.
You can't take the words.
Okay, yeah, look really smooth. It looked really smooth. Again, very like a quick glimpse into what it is. Now that being said, on X, Nib here has posted Remedy's details. Alan Wake 2 PS5 Pro update. 60 FPS mode, better image stability, fog, lighting, shadow, image quality, PSSR to 4K, 30 FPS mode, ray trace reflections, high base resolution. Now, the issue is, people have pointed out here, £700 and still in FPS mode, no comment. That's kind of like, so you prefer fewer options. Was expecting more. Don't see the issue with that, to be honest, since you're playing about 250 more for an upgrade of a 4-year-old console. Yeah, devs option to put there. Notice size of PS. No, for how can it post is about Alan Wake 2? Yeah, it's just like it's the base game. It's further enhanced them. Yeah, so obviously people are going to come out and defend. There's going to be. I mean, again, there's people who are obviously clearly smarter than me, but you try to do a 60 ray trace on 700 PC to it something else. Yeah, so people, I think, like, again, I probably misread the comment, but that's kind of the feeling here is that you're going to need to pay so much or an X amount of money. I'd love to know what the sort of specs are, for a PC that could do all of this that Alan Wake 2 is doing on the PS5 Pro. On a PC, I'd love to know that, and I'm sure there's videos out there with the numbers crunched and the parts, put together for an actual build. And again, the argument is, and I actually say this all the time to people when it's discussed, I think, the argument is like you take somebody who knows very, very little about computers, they know absolutely nothing, and then you hand them a PS5 or a PS5 Pro, and you say to them, right, you see what that PC can do there with, these parts, and they're like, I don't know what these parts mean. You're talking to me, but I'm not understanding what a GPU is, an SSD, RAM, a CPU, a motherboard, a power supply. I don't understand all of this. I don't understand what that entails. Instead you give them a system that's built, and you say, put this disc in, and it does what that does, just on your television. It does it. People are going to go for that option if they're not interested in learning about a computer and what it can do and what it brings and all the other things you can do on it. There is always going to be that divide, that separation, and that's why there is business for this. And I think that's what the PS5 Pro caters to. It caters to a crowd that want, close to or as good as a PC with the best graphics, money can buy for what money can buy. So you've got I think if you understand where I'm coming from, that's the discussion. You can't just invalidate somebody or people because they don't play a PC or they don't understand. I never understood PCs for a long time. It took me a while to learn. I had to be taught and told, and as much as I love and I appreciate PC gaming and I appreciate what PCs do, like, consoles always my first love and PCs will be my second love. It's just the way it is. But yeah, that's me. That's my point on it. And yes, I'm getting the PS5 Pro. And I'm looking forward to it. Unboxing will be on the, when I get it delivered November 7th. We're doing an unboxing, so I'm very excited for that. boot her up, give it a go, and see how we go. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, appreciate it. I'm on 799 subscribers as of recording this. If you do watch this and you would love to support the channel and you want to see some of the other videos I've done, close to 800 subscribers. I'm on the road to 1k subscribers. I can't believe it. It's been a long time, and I don't put out a lot of content that, garners a lot of views, and I don't really talk about a lot of hot topics and stuff. I just talk about stuff I enjoy and things I want to do, because again, it's about my interests and talking to other people about theirs. So, but yeah, like this sort of thing always interests me. I always love these sort of conversations, because I learn a lot and I get to hear other people's opinion. So, real people's opinion. Obviously, when you're on X and you get told to go fuck yourself a lot, and it gets a bit boring. Anyway, cheers, nice one, thanks a lot, appreciate it, and take care.